Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm glad to have you back here on my channel. And we will look into Giga Berlin because we have now a record number of employees. We are at 5,000 people working already at that place, and we are looking to further increase that over time, especially in October with the third shift. So that is very exciting, and more people also mean more possibilities to produce cars as fast as possible. And we're also going to look into, of course, the upgrades that are happening for your Tesla if you're in Europe. So currently, if you wait for Model Y from China or a Model 3, you're going to get an extra airbag in your car. So this is what is going to happen now with all cars being produced after the upgrade in China. Very important. The only information I don't have for you yet is if you receive a Model Y Performance with the same upgrade, if they did that at the same time. I think it would make a lot of sense, but there is no official statements regarding that yet. So I cannot report anything about that. But if you are getting a car from China, you have an upgrade. Then looking into the Tesla stock, we are looking at 841 euros. Again, Elon Musk apparently sold a few more stocks last week. It looks like he's doing that just in case he really has to buy Twitter. So he has some cash on hand. Again, I think this is just a few days now of the stock declining. It is expected to increase again because the momentum and the base model here and everything that is happening is so good and promising, especially if we look into Autonomy. Autonomy had a 1.2 billion EV order happening. Again, very important here. It is not a 100,000 car order of Autonomy for Tesla. It is around about 8 to 9,000 cars. But again, cars are cars, money is money, and Tesla is doing money with Autonomy as well. So that is exciting stuff. And we do see that this entire sharing economy, rental economy is very, very big, and more brands and more companies are moving into renting out Tesla cars, and Teslas are very profitable for those companies. Looking in Giga Shanghai, we do see that in July the most of the cars were Model Y, which makes a lot of sense because the Model 3 production was down. And so we have 27,000 versus 11,000 in April. We had the lockdown, and then of course in May an increase of production, and then in June a record month. So this is going to be very interesting as the Model Y production rate is currently in a record number. We have here Rob Mora talking about that. He clearly states here 12,000 cars per week. And this is a pretty high number, to be honest with you. So I do like that. If we add that up, we are looking at around about 50,000 Model Y just itself in the production. But we are still ramping. So there's still more potential because this is supposed to be even more in the future. What's interesting to look at is that the exports, even in July, as we're expecting everything to go to Europe and other export nations, we still had cars being delivered to Chinese consumers. I do believe that they were resting cars or having leftovers from last quarter that they will be delivering now in July. And now in August, we are looking into the Model Y production exports numbers, which are exciting as well. But for July, one more time, you see there were more exports for Model 3. So that is what I've mentioned before. The first shipments will be to Europe with Model 3. And then later on, the number is going to switch around, and we're going to see more Model Y being exported, especially in August. And then in September, I do expect that to kind of switch a little bit back again. But what is clear here is that the production for Model Y has increased way more than Model 3. So the difference between those two models when it comes to the percentage, the share of what Tesla is producing, the Model Y shares increase substantially. So we do have here a massive increase compared to the Model 3 just in keep that in mind. Then we have the Morning Chorus and Glowy Summit going to Southampton, as I mentioned yesterday, and those two carriers are going to deliver hopefully a few leftovers as well to the European market. The Herc St. Petersburg is going to Zeebrugge. We have them in the Suez Canal right now, so that is looking as well very exciting, and we are still waiting for another carrier to arrive in Shanghai, which is likely to happen soon because Tesla is producing so many cars. I do expect the harbor to be full again very soon. We're also going to look into the states, to be specific now further north to Ontario, because it looks like in Canada there could be a new factory. I mentioned that before, but more informations are out now that state that it could be Ontario, so on the east side of Canada, not Vancouver. Many people mentioned it would be much better to do it in Vancouver, but I do believe when it comes to logistics, it makes sense to make it in the east side, but please correct me, because they would be able to use Ontario and then deliver cars from the north to the east of the United States as well, which is very important because that is a market which is a long way to go from California. We're going to look into the map for all those that don't know and are not from the States and know where Ontario is. We have the possibility of, for example, Ottawa or Toronto. These are the two cities we could look for that they are building a factory over there. I think the question of space is not an issue in Canada, so there should be enough space to actually make a possibility of a new factory in Canada. Looking into California, it looks devastating for every other car maker, a part of Genesis and Tesla. The market share is increasing. We also do see an increase of registration of 82% year to date. All the other car makers are in a decline. This is just devastating for other car makers here. It's the whole market of Tesla, and the dominance is just so clear, crystal clear, that even CNBC and other news channels were pretty much shocked about that. But there's so many cars in California and so many people actually buying a Tesla there. I've seen footages of so many Tesla cars already being on their street. So again, guys, it's exciting. It really shows where this entire thing could go into the future. So thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate your time. Wish you a wonderful day, and hopefully I see you back here very soon tomorrow for another update. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.